If you've ever looked in the mirror and just felt that wave of frustration, like you're in a constant battle with your own skin, trying every single miracle product to fade those stubborn dark patches, then I just want you to know this is for you. I get it. I know how isolating that journey with pigmentation can feel. But today, we're gonna walk a different path. A gentle and genuinely effective path forward together, specifically for managing melasma. Okay, let's start right here, because this one idea, it's the key to absolutely everything. This is the reason why so many of the common treatments, the things that are supposed to work for dark spots, often completely backfire and can even make melasma darker. It's the piece of the puzzle that leaves so many of us feeling confused and defeated.
So let's just dive in and clear up what is a huge, widespread misunderstanding about what's actually happening in our skin. And I have to say this up front. This is not your fault. It's not about you not trying hard enough. It's about not having the right information, the right roadmap.
I'm willing to bet this sounds painfully familiar. You do the research, you buy the products, you're so consistent, and yet the pigmentation just seems to get more stubborn, maybe even more pronounced. It's so disheartening, right? It can feel like your skin is actively working against you.
And I really need you to hear this. You were not failing. The approach you were using was probably based on a misconception. We've all been taught to treat dark spots like a surface stain you can just scrub or peel away. But with melasma, that's the core of the problem. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of what this condition actually is.
So if it's not a stain, then what in the world is it? Let's get into the science just a little bit, because honestly, understanding what you're up against is the first, most powerful step toward finally getting a handle on it.
Okay, so deep down in your skin, you have these incredible little factories called melanocytes. Their job is to produce pigment, which gives our skin its color. But in skin with melasma, these little factories they're basically working overtime. They've become hypersensitive, super reactive, and they start churning out way too much pigment at the slightest little nudge. And this is where it gets so interesting, the triggers. We all know about UV rays from the sun, that's a given, but look closer. Visible light, from our phone and computer screens. And heat. This is so often the missing piece of the puzzle. That blast of heat when you open the oven, a hot yoga class, even just standing over a hot stove, all of these things can trigger those overactive melanocytes to go into overdrive. It's wild.
And this chart just illustrates the difference perfectly. An acne mark fades as the inflammation from the breakout goes down. It's part of the healing process. But with melasma, any new inflammation or irritation actually feeds the pigment production. It's the fuel. And this is exactly why aggressive treatments, the very things that might help other spots, can make melasma flare up like crazy.
Okay, so now that we get that melasma thrives on irritation, it suddenly becomes crystal clear why some of our best intentioned habits and treatments have actually been making things worse. If you take only one single thing away from our chat today, please let it be this. The number one biggest mistake is treating melasma with force, thinking stronger is better, faster is better. With melasma, the total opposite is true. It punishes aggression and it rewards a gentle, patient, soothing approach.
So let's look at the common culprits. And hey, no judgment, we've all been there. Over-exfoliating with super strong acids every day, using those harsh, gritty scrubs, thinking we're safe from the sun just because we're inside by a window, and that constant product hopping, right? Switching things every few weeks, hoping for a miracle. Each one of these actions, while it feels proactive, is actually creating this low-grade inflammation, messing with your skin barrier, and basically whispering to those melanocytes, hey, keep making more pigment.
I love this analogy. Think of it this way. Your skin is already in a state of high alert. Attacking it with harsh stuff is like throwing gasoline on a little fire. The entire strategy has to shift from attack mode to calm and soothe mode. So if the old strategy was to attack, our new strategy is all about care. We're throwing out that aggressive approach and we're going to build a routine that is focused on 3 simple, powerful principles: protecting, calming, and supporting the skin. All right, in the morning, our entire mission is protection. It's simple. We start with a gentle cleanse that doesn't leave your skin feeling tight or stripped. Then a calming serum with ingredients like niacinamide or licorice extract. This is where that amazing K-beauty philosophy shines with its focus on the skin barrier. Think brands like Beauty of Joseon or COSRX. Then a simple barrier-supporting moisturizer. But the absolute non-negotiable hero of your morning routine is step 4, a tinted sunscreen.
The tint comes from something called iron oxides, and this is so crucial because it's what physically blocks that visible light we talked about from screens, from lamps, something a regular non-tinted sunscreen just can't do.
Now for nighttime. This is where we introduce some gentle treatments. But notice the frequency. It is not about using everything every single night. You alternate. Maybe you use a gentle azelaic acid a few nights a week and a gentle retinol on a couple of other nights. On all the nights in between, you focus purely on hydration and barrier repair. This is where you can bring in a rich, barrier-focused moisturizer, maybe one from a brand like Laneige with calming K-beauty ingredients like centella, rice extract, or arbutin. The rule is always consistency over intensity.
And now, for maybe the hardest part, a little reality check on timing. You will not see results in a week, or even 2. Skin cells take time to turn over, and calming down those super sensitive melanocytes is a slow, steady process. You really need to give any new, gentle routine at least 8 to 12 weeks. That's 2 to 3 full months to see a real, noticeable, lasting improvement. I know it is so hard to wait, but I promise you, patience is truly your most powerful ingredient here. So let's just boil everything we've talked about down to a simple, powerful mantra. These are the 3 pillars of your new relationship with your skin. If you ever feel lost or tempted by some harsh new product, just come back to these 3 words: protect, calm, be consistent. And speaking of calm, sometimes you can support your routine with some gentle at-home care. A simple mask made from licorice powder and rosewater can be incredibly soothing, or just a layer of pure aloe vera. A mild turmeric and yogurt mask can also help with inflammation. But please, with any DIY, you have to do a patch test first. And I have to say it again, never, ever use lemon juice. It's just way too irritating and will make things worse.
This right here is such a crucial mindset shift. Melasma can improve, it can fade so much, but because it's tied to things like our hormones and even heat, it can also come back. The goal isn't a perfect one-time fix. It's about learning to manage your skin beautifully and effectively for the long run. It's about having control, not finding a cure.
And let's end with this, because it might be the most important shift of all. After years of fighting and feeling frustrated, the biggest breakthrough is realizing your skin isn't working against you. It's communicating with you. And by learning to listen to it, by responding with gentleness instead of force, you can change the entire relationship you have when you look in the mirror. Protect it, calm it, be consistent, and most of all, just be kind and patient with the beautiful process.